for joining us tonight for this Parents Council meeting. I think really what we just wanted to do was kind of talk to some committee chairs and get some updates and find out what help they need over the next couple months, and then get an update from Carrie on enrollment, basically. And we usually start these meetings off with introductions, so we can go around and do that. I will start. I'm Kate Kaufman, and I have Ben in the Owls and Lucy in the Whales.
Hey, I'm Anne, and I have Wiley in the Dolphins, and Jeffrey, or Frito, as he's better known, an alum of Glenn.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Small, and I have Callie in the Dolphins and Jackson in the Owls.
I'm Claire Henwood. I have a panda named Bates.
Hi, I am Lauren Kernia. I have JD, who is a panda, and Andrew, who is a bunny.
I'm Anna. I have Jordan is a panda and Parker is a brown bear.
Hey there, Bevan Carter. I've got Hawthorne and the Owls.
Hi, I'm Katie Pittman. I have Mark Allen and the Owls, and now James and the Honeybees.
Hi, I'm Susan Bergathon, and I have Jules and the Brown Bears and the Polar Bear class, and then Ridley and the Owls.
I'm Lauren Williams, and I've got Lily and the Honeybees.
Hi, I'm Neil DeCruz. I have Joshua in the Dolphins.
Hi, I'm Kelly, and I have Ava in the Dolphins as well.
And I'm Debbie DeCruz, the other half of Neil. And I remember my son, he's Joshua, and he's also in the Dolphins. I'm sorry, that was adorable.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm fairly certain my husband does not know what class either of my children are in. So.
Hey, this is Michelle Holberg. I have Lane in the Whales.
Hi, I'm Denise. I have Victor and Logan in Wales.
Hi, I'm Tara. I have Luke in the Pandas.
I feel like that's everybody. Raise your hand now if you didn't get a chance to introduce yourself. Okay, so let's start with Transportation City and get an update from these ladies. They've been working very hard, and it's next week. So first of all, let us know what we can do to help you, I think.
Okay, I'm Elizabeth Small, and I'm part of the Transportation City Committee. And we're really excited. The event's going to be next Tuesday and Wednesday, January 26th and 27th. We'll be doing setup on Sunday, and then we'll be sending out a Sign Up Genius for working shifts during Transportation City on Tuesday and Wednesday. And we're going to do an 1.5-hour shifts this year, just so that it'll be less people in and out. We'll be doing temperature checks and stuff like that for the volunteers. And then we'll also be looking for volunteers for Takedown on Wednesday. And we're really excited. This is an event that the kids get super excited about, being little adults and going to the pizza parlor, the vet, and post office, nail salon, bookstore, all those good things. And we'll be looking for about 4 to 5 volunteers per shift. And we'll also be collecting Cozy Coops during morning carpool on Friday. And then for kids who are not in school on Friday, but that are Tuesday, Thursday, Carrie said she'd collect also some Cozy Coops on Thursday. But we're really excited about the event. And we'll be reaching out to the people who listed that they'd like to volunteer for Transportation City. So thanks so much. And let us know if you have any questions. And feel free to add anything, Kelly or Bevan, if you'd like.
I've been pretty absent. I will just raise my hand to that. So thanks for all that you guys have done, and I'm happy to help in any way I can.
Awesome.
Great. Well, I know the kids are looking forward to it. So good work and have fun. Anna, you're up. Glensale.
All right. So, I mean, the biggest thing is that we're having like our committee meeting tomorrow to kind of like go over just a lot of things. And so if anyone wants to join committee, if you have another 3 hours to spare for an extra shift or two, that's cool. Email me. Besides that, I mean, really, I need to wait until after that meeting to see how gaps are going to be filled with some stuff coming up with the donation week, because donations are happening a lot earlier this year because we have to like hand input everything and take pictures of the items we receive for donations rather than just like throwing them on the floor. So I need to kind of talk to my committee to see how people want to help before reaching out to parent volunteers. So once those gaps are filled, I'll kind of know if we're going to get non-committee parent volunteers to help with donations, or if really just all the parent volunteer shifts will be during the main sale week. But we're plugging along. We're getting people registered to sell, which is good. We need to keep pushing seller registration so that we can have a lot of options for people to shop. But yeah, I mean, it's like right around the corner, but also isn't. So it's kind of like a limbo right now that we're in.
Anna, when
go ahead.
I'm sorry. When do you need donations?
Okay, I think, Anne, did you just ask about donations? Okay, sorry, it says my internet is unstable. So donations are happening the 31st of January, which is a Sunday. So it's kind of like our typical Sunday afternoon donation day. But we're also doing one Monday morning, like during school hours, and then also Monday evening, just so hopefully that stretches out when people will drop off, so there's not a huge influx of people or items. I already have myself and a committee member scheduled to help with those donations, as well as probably someone else. So it's the same 3 people for those 3 shifts. And then after that, kind of what I'm waiting to figure out once I talk to committee is what we're going to do is we're going to organize the donations into like a certain amount and see if people, either committee or parent volunteers. And the reason I'm waiting until I talk to committee is that we have some people that want to be committee but do it remotely, which is awesome. So then they can tag these items at home and enter them and then bring them back to school, and we'll put them in a holding place. But I want to give first dibs to committee members to do that first. But yeah, so we did one post on Facebook now about the donation days, and then we'll do a couple more leading up to the 31st and February 1st to get that word out. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to kind of navigate this year because there's just so many unknowns of what interest is going to be and just, I mean, everyone's time is so valuable and none of us have enough of it right now. So it's just hard to kind of gauge everything in addition to the virtual platform, but we will figure it out as we go.
Anna, what kind of help do you need with entering stuff in the computer? And speaking from personal experience, that was a lot around the auction. And I want to know what kind of help you need, how I can help, how it's not like, I don't want it to fall all to you and 3 people on your committee or something like that.
Well, luckily we have more on the committee this year than like my experience from when I've been on the committee other years, which is great that we have that support. And I've already had a ton of like committee members help me in so many ways that I've been so grateful for, as far as like helping with marketing or setting up like our website and everything. I mean, current needs is just like, it sounds so simple, but it's just getting the word out as far as like getting people to sign up and kind of helping brainstorm like creative ways to do that. As far as computer stuff, when I know if people can input the donations, like what that's going to look like, I'll have everything typed up and we can start sending emails to get parents to volunteer to do that. And then as far as the Shopify part, like that website thing, I don't have any like specific like needs yet. We're gonna have to, and this is more something that Sarah can speak for. Some of it is learning as we go, and she has a computer committee that they'll probably figure this out more.
Great.
But I mean, right now.
Sorry, Anna. Did you say Shopify? Is that the platform you guys are using?
Yes. So, I mean, I know this is like consignment sales speak, that won't matter to everybody, but sellers enter their information into this like consignment software called My Consignment Manager. And then our computer committee will have a file and they will like download it and then upload it onto Shopify. And so all shoppers will go to Shopify and be able to see all of our products, just like if you were to go to any clothing store online and shop, and it'll be sorted by like gender and the type of clothes, or books will have like certain categories. So if you only want to look at like board books or foreign language books or whatnot, like it'll be really well categorized. But it's just like, again, like I don't want to sound like a broken record. It's just hard to like gauge anything, having not done this, as far as like time or what needs are. A big request I'll make to the committee will be just being available kind of like as a sending out an SOS if somebody can help like the week of, as we like stumble across something that we weren't anticipating, as well as like if parent volunteers, if we realize that we're low on shifts or that seller drop off took longer than anticipated and we need a few more extra hands or something, and just seeing how people can be flexible like that.
Also, Anna, you know, we talked about this a while back, but teachers have offered to also pitch in and take volunteer shifts and help out. I know it's not going to be the same, like structured, everybody show up on Thursday to work that one shift. And I think it's going to be less manpower, but there's more to figure out this year, just because it's all new doing the thing virtually. So, and I think the amount of time that people are going to spend is spread out a little bit more because of how it works this year. So, but there are teachers available. I'm available. We'll get it done. And I think it's going to be great. So
yeah,
just don't be afraid to ask for help. Like, because
yes, and no, I feel really well supported by both just parents in general and my committee. And I feel like how we have organized it and organized shift times and roles is the safest way we can do this. So as long as people can trust the process and also like voice concern proactively, so we can kind of problem solve and troubleshoot, that will be incredibly helpful too. I'm open to any ideas and suggestions. I just don't know them if you don't tell me.
I think you're doing a great job. Your emails have been like awesome and explain everything really well. Like your communication is excellent.
Agreed. Thank you so much for paving the way to, I mean, I could see this online situation sticking around. I mean, it sounds amazing.
I do like the idea of not having to put together 300 boxes. I think there are a lot of really good perks to it. It's just people trusting the system and being willing to like invest the time and energy to convert it to online. So we'll see how it goes.
Cool. One suggestion, I don't know Shopify that well, but I think that you can add when they check out to have other donations. So you can do like add $5, $10, $30, $50. And that's just something that we probably wouldn't have felt comfortable doing as cashiers in the years past. So that might be something we look at to add on, like when you check out. Just
yes,
a
thank you.
suggestion. Yeah, it's just extra dollars that will go in the pot.
That's a good idea.
Okay, I'll add that to my Shopify checklist of things to figure out. So thank you, Bevan.
Yeah.
Great. Other thoughts on the Glen sale? Anyone? Okay. So Claire, if we could just get a little update on the teacher appreciation luncheon in December. The teachers, Carrie says, loved it, had a great time.
I'm so glad that they did. It was great. We had tons of participation. We had lots of food that people brought and supplies. I had everything I needed. My only regret is not getting a picture of the setup. I'm so regretful of that because it looked really nice and I didn't get to stay for the luncheon, but I hear that they enjoyed it and I really hope that they did. It was fun. Under the circumstances, I think it was a pretty good substitute.
They loved it. I loved it. It was awesome.
Good.
I'm so glad.
Let's see. And is Heather here? I don't think she is. No. Okay. So my next item was to reach out to Heather to utilize some room parents for publicity for all of these things. So we will do that at another time. And Carrie.
I don't know if you were going to talk about Family Day at all. I did talk to Lauren Kernia, who I know is on here. We're waiting to see if we're even going to be able to do anything this year. We'd have to have quite a lot of people vaccinated and the rate of cases go way down, but it's still something we're considering, but it would probably be very late in the school year at this point. So we'll keep you guys up to date with that. I want to thank everybody. Everybody has been so careful and so cautious. We've had a lot of people who did travel over the holidays who have not returned to school yet because they're quarantining and waiting to come back. And I didn't have to ask them to do that. They're just doing that. I am really glad we waited to open until the 11th because we have had several families who found out that somebody in their family was positive in that 4th, 5th, and 6th of January. So I think had we opened on the 4th and 5th, we would have had multiple classrooms close almost immediately. So not to say that we're not going to be in that situation sometime in the near future. We're going to definitely just be taking it a day at a time. I do think that cases are somewhat leveling off a little bit. They're still very high. But the kids are rocking the mask. They're doing so great. We barely ever have to remind them to pull them up or do anything. They're just doing it and they're having a great time and they're doing well. So our plan is to just stay the course. We have a plan that I think is working and we're going to continue to do that. If we have a case, I'm obviously going to notify everybody and we'll just make the best decisions we can with the information we have at the time and hope that the rollout of vaccine becomes quicker and quicker. And with that rollout, less hospitalizations and less cases. So fingers crossed that we will get there. The big thing that I'm working on right now is enrollment. I sent out something on Friday to our currently enrolled families. I'm hoping to have all the applications for next year from currently enrolled families by February 1st, because on February 2nd, I'm going to be starting to look at community applications. So I'll be sending out some reminders and encouraging people to get those into me quickly. We do try and follow up with people, and because people forget to send in their applications. This is why I kind of had a smaller window this year. We used to start it like right when we came back, and people would say, oh, I have until whenever to do it, and put it aside, and then they would completely forget to do it, and thought that if we have a shorter time frame for people to turn the applications in, might get them in from everybody a little. People might take it put it on their radar a little bit higher on their queue of things to do. I do need help from parents, and if you would spread the word. I mean, we have a lot of 3-year-olds going to pre-K. We'll lose some to private school and some to public school, I'm sure. But a lot of folks are nervous about what public school is going to look like next year, and so I think more people might stay for pre-K this year. Gotten a lot of kindergarten applications already, so that's going well. We have quite a few 2-year-olds going up to 3, so I'm not so worried about that. But where I think we're going to be a little bit lower than we have been in previous years is in those younger classes, because a lot of people opted to wait this year with COVID to put their kids in school. So I just really need people to spread the word. We are not doing any kind of big open house. I'm doing individual virtual tours, and they're going great. And most of the people that I get to see on the computer and do a little virtual tour with are submitting their applications and application fees. So I think they're enjoying that opportunity to learn about the school on a more kind of intimate basis, rather than trying to do a big open house kind of thing virtually. If I need to do one, I'll do one in mid-February or late February. But for right now, we just really need people in the community to spread the word. I do have signs that we made last year that our Glen School signs, enroll today kind of things. And if you live on a street that gets a little bit of traffic and you're interested in having one of those signs or willing to put one in your yard, please let me know and I'll get you one. And we've been posting it on the Facebook page. Somebody put it out in James, and I got quite a few phone calls. So we'll, get somebody to comment on that one or put it in. Really, that's kind of one of our biggest focuses right now, is just getting enrollment off and running. And so that's kind of going to be my focus for the next little bit, is just trying to get us fully enrolled. We're doing pretty well. The budget is super tight. We are not completely full. We don't have full toddler classes, and we're a little bit lower in 2s than we normally are. But I've been in contact with other preschools, and we're doing better than most. And being able to remain open has been really helpful as far as our tuition base and that kind of thing. So, and the teachers have been awesome. They're doing great. So we're just going to hang in there and again, take it a day at a time. I'm hopeful that next year will be a much more normal year. We'll be back to lunch bunch. We'll be back to extracurricular activities and all of that next year. So, does anybody have? Yeah.
Michelle has her hand up. I think she would like to make a comment.
Okay, great.
Oh, sorry. I'm not sure I meant to have my hand up.
Okay.
But
she's like, oh no.
I did put in the chat that I'd be happy to put up a yard sign. So if I could, I can touch base with you on how to get one of those. And
yeah, folks will just email me. I'll bring some down in carpool lane. In fact, I might bring a handful down, and anybody that wants one that is willing to put one in their yard. I am putting a couple in the carpool line just to remind our currently enrolled families to get those applications in. And I put a couple out in front on North Decatur. But again, it's so different this year. I mean, normally we have a couple of open houses, during Transportation City, and we have people able to come in and do tours. People have been super understanding. And when I do these tours, virtual tours, after I tell them about the school, I have been sending pictures of the classrooms that they're interested in for the next year, and pictures of the playground. And Debbie DeCruz did a phenomenal job on the website, and we have the video on the website now. And so there's a lot of ways that we can kind of give them a sense of who we are. And so I think it's going well, all things considered. It's just a challenging year, but everybody's very understanding. And I think they feel like we're doing the best we can to give the information. My hope is that if things open up a little bit in April, in May, and we start feeling comfortable with people being in the building, we may do like a mini open house just for those families that are new for next year, to give them an opportunity to come in and see the building and see the playground and that kind of thing. So we're working on a lot of different things along that line. So, but overall, again, I just thank all of you for everything that you're doing to help keep your own family safe and to keep each other's families safe. Because this would not be possible if we did not have parents fully on board. We would not have been able to make it to this point. And who knows if we're going to have to do classes here or there. I hope not. But I think we're going to make it through this school year. In fact, I know we are. How it happens, I think, is still a little bit up in the air, but I think people are being really thoughtful and careful, and that's all we can do. So I think we've pulled together as a community, and I think we're doing a great job. So is there anything else, Kate or Ann, that I said that I wanted to update anybody on?
Yes, the Keurig thing.
Oh, yeah. Debbie was cleaning our offices and the resource room over the break, and both Keurigs had like slime and mold and stuff in it. So if anybody has a Keurig that an old one that they're not using, or something that they could donate that doesn't have mold and slime in it, please think about donating to the school. That would be awesome. We would appreciate it. Again, our budget's super tight. We're not purchasing anything other than what we really need this year. So if anybody has one, let me know. If anybody's given up coffee this year, then let me know. No way, everyone's going, no. So
we also just wanted to thank everybody that donated to the Parents Council Fund at the end of the year last year. We were able to give every teacher a bonus that they were not expecting. So thank you so much for everybody that participated in that. I think that meant a lot to all of them. So thank you for your
so much
help. And I think that's it.
I see all these applications coming in. I'm getting all these notices as we're on the phone. I love it. Thank you, guys.
Good multitasking.
I do want to say I sent the email to the teachers letting them know after Ann and Kate had done the collection. And they were so overwhelmed. Nobody was expecting it. And, parents have been so awesome, and everybody's going through a tough time now. And the teachers have just been so grateful to be able to continue to work consistently and continue to have their salaries. And it was a wonderful surprise, and I think meant just so much to them. Our teachers always talk about how supported they feel by the families that they work with. And so you guys really, it meant a lot to all of them, and it meant a lot to me, and it meant a lot to the staff. So thank you so much.
Carrie, do you mind? Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah. Does the school still need supplies like Clorox, Lysol, stuff like that?
I think Lysol, a lot of the liquid cleaners we're really filled up with, but a lot of the spray and certainly the wipe kind of things we could probably use more of. But as far as the big liquid things that we mix together to create the sprays, we can always, we have plenty of that. Okay. I think paper towels are always something that we could use as well.
Gotcha.
Anne, did you have something you were about to talk? I thought.
Oh, no, I was just going to echo that we've just asked the parents a lot, both like committee chairs and the parent body. Like, and I just wanted to remind everybody that y'all have really risen to everything that we've asked for with between the filters, the replacement filters. Do you mind, Carrie, sharing how much we were able to give every staff member? Is that something you're comfortable with, or?
Oh yeah, I'm totally comfortable. Every teacher got a $175 bonus. And again, we're not expecting it at all. So you guys raised so much money, and it was done super quickly because I know, especially since we made the decision to go to virtual that 1 week. And so there was not a whole lot of time to pull that thing together. And so everybody was very generous. And again, teachers have just been, again, it's been great for the kids. It's been harder for the teachers and harder for me. I mean, it's been a challenging year, but I think everybody's risen to the challenge, and the teachers feel so appreciate. You guys really make them feel like you appreciate what they do every day, and it makes it easier for them to show up every day and to be there, and they love being with the kids. And so it's just been a win-win-win. I think the teachers are proud of what they've done as far as rising to that challenge. I'm certainly proud of them. And you guys just really let them know how much you appreciate and support them. And I think if that wasn't there, it would be a very different feel. So I think everybody loves Glenn, and it shows every day and what parents do for our teachers and what the teachers do for the children, and on and on. So again, I really appreciate it. This would have been a much more challenging year in a different community, I think. So thank you all.
Carrie, is there a way to add testimonials to the Glenn website?
Debbie, are you on?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we can do that. I believe there is actually a direct way that we can solicit them on the website, and I think it's. Let me look into it. So if you want me, if this is something that we want to do, I can absolutely do that. I know that it is a feature or something that we'll be able to do.
And even if it's a scrolling or something, I'm just thinking, and then in social media, we can direct. I'm even thinking about a blog. I'm just on that site right now. A blog of some sort. I mean, it could just, maybe it's not a blog. Maybe it's something that's written by the parents. You know, I've got a writer that can write something up, but I think that if we look at what the Glenn School has done, I mean, we held our kids back until middle of October because of COVID. But I can confidently say, you know, with Carrie's direction and leadership, it's bar none. And so I think we need to get that message out there, and then find those that are going to feed off of that, and then put their kids in school, right? That toddler age that there's a gap in. It's just a thought, and I'm happy to help craft the message.
Yeah, we have a blog already on there, but I think like on the front page we could totally put something there like you're talking about, because I know what you're talking about. I can contact you sometime within the next couple of weeks, and we can, because I'm right now, since you're on there, you can look at the staff. I'm starting to add in staff photos and a little bit of details, because like you said, we want to show the community and whatnot at Glenn, and it's really cute. We're using not baby photos, but we're using photos of teachers who were Glenn age, so they're preschoolers, and it's really cool to see the teachers at that age. But yeah, that I'll make a note of that, and I'll get in contact with you in the next couple weeks.
Great, thanks.
Cool. Thank you for the idea.
Sure.
Anyone else? No.
Did we want to make
the
next meeting?
Yes. I tentatively put April 14th or 21st. Y'all think about that.
Maybe say 21st if nobody has an opinion, just because the week before is spring break. Might still be influenced a little bit. Does that work?
Yeah, great. Same time.
Does anybody have any particular like problem with it being at 8? Is it too early, too late?
You're pushing it now, but it's okay.
We have 3 minutes until Bevan needs to go to bed, so I think we'll get there just in time.
Okay, 8.
All right, cool. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, for your ideas and input, and all your support.
Thank you.
Thank you.